Good morning, guys. It's actually October the 4th, my first video for this month, and I love October because it's Halloween at the end of the month with scary movies and trick-or-treating, even though I don't trick-or-treat much anymore. I kind of wanted to, before I go into the video, I kind of wanted to give you a sneak peek on a video I'm going to be doing here shortly, which is kind of involved, so that's why I want to talk about it first. And recently Canon announced their update to their Canon XF 305, which is called the Canon XF 705. And it made me look at my own camcorder, which is the XF 100, which I bought when it very first came out 7 years ago, and why this camera is still a great camera now here in 2018. And back then, I didn't know much about cameras. And so I rediscovered it all over again when that their update for their new XF series. And considering now I have other professional cameras, and when I look back at it, I learned much more. I can actually use this camcorder even better, knowing ISO and many things with detachable lens cameras. So that's going to be coming up in the coming week or two. Now, I wanted to talk about my upgrade path for Mojave. And I actually have two Mac Pros. I have a 2009 Mac Pro, which I tend to use the public beta of the next macOS for two reasons: to blog with on my channel, to tell you my viewers what's going on with the new version, and also to test my older software and plugins that I pay for. And I also had an epiphany as well. Of course, upgrading it to the newest version often breaks the older software, which means you have to upgrade or wait for an upgrade, and then you have to often pay for the new version, and that can be quite costly. So I wanted to give you an idea on the cost and other things involved, at least with me and perhaps with you as well. So we're going to take a look at that right now. How you doing, guys? We're here on my Mac Pro desktop. All my Mac Pros now have macOS Mojave on it. Kind of give you an idea of my Mojave upgrade path. Some of my older software doesn't work, which means I'd have to pay to upgrade it. Here, as you can see, we have Wirecast, and this is actually older version. I believe it's 608, as you can see right there. And when I first bought this is about $499, about $500, with the upgrade costs over the years, roughly $800. And if for me to upgrade this to the newest version, it would cost me about $325. And actually, this does crash. If I try to, in Mojave, it will crash if I try to broadcast, and you're going to see that right here. And there we go, we just got it a crash. So they're actually doing a fix in the next version coming out this month in October. Unfortunately, it's too expensive for me to upgrade, so I'm going to have to be looking at other options. And one of which is OBS Studio. I don't consider necessarily as I'm trying to think of the word here, as polished, but it's almost there. It's getting very close. Now, another thing with that is there's another option as well. Now, they do have something called Wirecast Play, and which is kind of the free version if you're a YouTuber such as me. And we're going to bring that up here, and it's bringing me a bunch of other gobbledygook here. Now, this is actually version an older version even than my old version, which is 607, which means it would also crash when I'm trying to live stream as well. So I'm going to have to wait. Hopefully they're going to come out with a free version of Wirecast 10 with the fix for Mojave. We will see. Or they could just simply stop supporting it altogether. But then that would mean I would have to just use OBS Studio. But this might actually be another option if they ever upgrade it or update it. So that is one thing that I have a problem with in Mojave. The second problem I have is also with, and let me bring it up, which is Display Cal. And you're going to see it as we bring it up. And as you can see, it's not quite ready for Mojave. It seems to work. Another issue I've been having with it is all the letters are widened and it's very hard to read unless I click on an option and do it that way. And you see, it's very hard to read. So that's another issue. So I want to kind of give you an idea of some of the problems I'm having switching to Mojave. Many of them are minor, and I think that's with anybody. Also, I do it professionally as well on a few occasions, and so that's the reason why on my older Mac Pro I use for a backup, I test the public beta just to test the paid software and plugins, and that's why I've been also trying to do looking at some free versions and perhaps open source. Rather than keep on paying for updates, can get quite expensive. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later.